This is Daryl Evans with Kings Vision at LAKings.com with Kings insider John Rosen. Game 2 tonight at Staples Center. The Kings and the Sharks. The Kings leading the series against San Jose 1-0, looking to take a 2-0 series lead. Not going to be an easy task though. San Jose, who was off a week prior to Game 1, seemed to get better as the game was going on. The Kings felt they played a solid game towards the end. Defensively, they're real sound. Got great goaltending from Jonathan Quick. But I think in tonight's game, Game 2, I think the Kings have to take the initiative, be a little bit more aggressive up front, go on the attack, and try to penetrate in the offensive end.
Absolutely. It should be a great response to the way the third period was played 2 nights ago. I didn't see too many things that concerned me about that third period. Some of it was because the fact that Jarrett Stoll was out of the lineup. The Kings really only had to rotate 3 centers. San Jose ended up out shooting the Kings 16-4 in that period. Also, you're not going to really go out there and impose your will on the other team for a full 60 minutes. Not to say that the Kings did that, but it's a natural ebb and flow of a game. When a team is down by 2 goals, they're going to come back. They're going to offer a very strong push. It's the Kings that have to respond, as you said. They're going to have to go out, be the aggressive team, whether it's going out there, getting that forecheck on early, making sure that you throw that first hit of the game, getting some good shots on, and testing Antti Niemi early. Of course, you can always look to the hot hand of Slava Voinov. Some shots that he had, such as the play that was set up by Mike Richards. That was an absolute blast just inside that far post. Those can always help a team.
And the Kings will make some adjustments here in Game 2. Jarrett Stoll not available for the Kings, so stepping in for him. Brad Richardson will play on that line. He'll have the middle with Penner on the one side, Trevor Lewis on the other side. It gives the Kings, again, that continued support, or speed up front, the ability to be able to get on the forecheck. I think it's an easy transition for the Kings. I think it's a natural transition for the lineup change. Player that's already played in the postseason, played a game against St. Louis, finished off the regular season strong, has got the confidence of his teammates and his coach, so Brad Richardson gets his first look in the series here against San Jose.
And that's where Brad Richardson is so valuable. It's his versatility. At the beginning of the 2011-12 season, Dustin Penner was day-to-day to start the season. Brad Richardson slotted right into the lineup for the LA Kings, actually had a key assist on a goal in the first game of the season when the Kings ended up beating the Rangers in overtime in Stockholm. He was able to get in there. He's a forechecker. He's somebody that has that terrific speed. He's also somebody that has a little bit of those pesky attributes where he can go in, he can make hits. He really buzzes quite a bit. He's certainly, not to take anything away from him, Jarrett Stoll is somebody that really is part of that Kings identity, the physicality, somebody that is a terrific penalty killer, the Kings' best face-off man. But the key is he's not going to be out there trying to be Jarrett Stoll. He's going to go out there, show his own attributes, again, helping that Kings forechecking effort. Also has a couple quick wrists out there, looking to go in there and hopefully get some shots on net and make some life difficult for Antti Niemi.
And I think with the absence of Jarrett Stoll, you mentioned the Kings' best face-off man last couple of years, especially being a right-handed shot. I think that's probably going to put a little bit of the workload on the face-off circle for Jeff Carter. He's a guy that's accustomed to taking a lot of draws. He's got a pretty good efficiency rate in that department. So Jeff Carter will step up in that department. Brad Richardson, again, will bring that speed and contribute well on that third line. Kings collectively as a group, I think they need to establish that cycle in the offensive zone. I don't think they did enough of it in Game 1. San Jose, on the other hand, they've got a strong cycle as well, a team that likes to take the puck to the net aggressively, especially inside the face-off circles. They seem to do it a little bit more in the third period, but I would expect they will get a lot more engaged early on in this hockey game. I think they feel that the way Jonathan Quick not only played in Game 1 of this series, but the way that he performed against St. Louis, they're going to have to get on him, get traffic in front of him. Would not be surprised to see San Jose maybe a little bit of contact, kind of push the envelope a little bit, and you can't blame him when a goaltender's playing as well as Quick.
Absolutely, and those seem to be all the quotes from San Jose's practice yesterday. I wouldn't be surprised to see a goaltender interference penalty taken in this game. They're going to attempt to perhaps even rattle, get that traffic in front of Jonathan Quick, whatever they feel that they can do to start getting some shots through on him, because as they said after Game 1, they don't want to fall the way of the wayside of the teams that played the LA Kings back in the playoffs last season, or the St. Louis Blues that really ran into, once again, right now the hottest goaltender in the National Hockey League. You talk about the San Jose Sharks, as you mentioned, they are a very strong possession team, as is the LA Kings. The Kings are going to be able to hopefully use that top line, players like Anze Kopitar, Justin Williams, Dustin Brown. You heard Justin Williams after the first round say, I think our top line can be a little bit better. The players, with Jarrett Stoll out, a key member of the Kings' defensive systems, somebody who wins those face-offs, is strong on the penalty kills, some of San Jose's strengths, power play and face-offs. You got to rely on your top players. So we'll see if Anze Kopitar, Dustin Brown, Justin Williams, Mike Richards, Jeff Carter, all those players up for the challenge to try and counter a strong San Jose attack.
And I think when you're missing some of those veteran players, you talked about Jared Stoll now not in the lineup for the Kings. Back in the blue line, Matt Green, Willie Mitchell, a couple of big, heavy defensemen. So I think the best thing is to take the attack to the other team, play as much in the offensive zone as you possibly can. Kings would love to do that. You're right. I think in Game 1, the Kings really didn't show any signs of panic. I thought they defended well in their own zone, even though they did give up a lot of shots in that third period. They allowed Quick to be able to see them. There wasn't a lot of second and third opportunities. And anytime a goaltender, especially one of the caliber of Jonathan Quick, is able to play in that environment, he's going to succeed.
Absolutely. There were a lot of shots that were taken on Jonathan Quick in that third period. I didn't see any real pristine grade A opportunities until late in the third period. Brent Burns probably had the best out of any of the San Jose Sharks on his one-timer. That was, in my opinion, the best shot that Jonathan Quick saw that evening. But of course, when you have players such as Logan Couture, who is really evolving into one of the most fearsome goal scorers in the National Hockey League, players like Patrick Marleau, veterans, and even though this San Jose Sharks team has not won, and they do have kind of that stigma about them of not having won in the playoffs thus far and having been eliminated, these are still experienced playoff performers, players that have won on this ice in the playoffs in the past. Joe Thornton, again, plays into their strength as one of the stronger possession players, terrific behind the net, very difficult with his size to flush him out. As Dustin Brown said 2 days ago, he's not soft by any means. So this is going to be a good challenge for the LA Kings. And again, the will of whichever team is able to go in there, establish their possession, get on the forecheck. Two somewhat similar teams. Kings have that size, have that physicality, looking to put it to use, even with Jared Stoll out of the lineup.
Well, Game 2 should be a good one tonight. The Kings looking to take a 2-0 series lead against San Jose. For John Rosen, I'm Daryl Evans for Kings Vision at LAKings.com.